Hey everyone, this is C Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is Tuesday, May 5th. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia. We have 3 key stories for you today, so let's get into it. Our first story is the market structure. Bitcoin is grinding right at the $80,000 resistance, but the institutional flow underneath is getting stronger. According to Block Media and Coinnis, US spot Bitcoin ETFs have now logged net inflows for 3 trading days in a row, including roughly $600 million in a single session, and Ethereum spot ETFs posted back-to-back inflow days as well. In Europe, BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin product pulled in around 1 trillion Korean won, close to $700 million in fresh capital. On the corporate side, Bitmine added another 192,116 ETH to its staking position, putting its total close to 4.55 million ETH. Analyst Michael van de Poppe says BTC faces real resistance at 80K, but as long as it holds the 73 to 75K zone, the broader uptrend remains valid. My take on this: this is no longer a retail-driven move. ETF and corporate buyers are setting the floor. For Southeast Asia, that means dips into the high 70K zone are likely to get bought, not panicked. The risk is leverage. With shorts already getting flushed near 80K, a sharp ETF reversal could trigger a fast wick the other way. Trade the range, not the headline. Moving on to our second story. Our second story is Vietnam's biggest crypto policy step yet. According to MEXC and FIMEX coverage, the Vietnamese government is preparing to launch the country's first fully regulated crypto exchange in the second quarter of 2026, structured as a 5-year pilot program. This sits on top of broader 2026 data showing Vietnam ranks in the global top 4 for crypto adoption, alongside India, the United States, and Pakistan. For the first time, approved exchanges will operate under a defined regulatory framework rather than in the gray zone. My personal read: this is a real moment for Southeast Asia. Vietnamese retail demand has been one of the strongest in the world for years, but it ran almost entirely through offshore platforms. A licensed onshore venue means stablecoin remittance, OFW-style flows from Vietnamese workers abroad, and DeFi access can finally happen on regulated rails. The risk to monitor is friction. Pilot programs in Asia tend to start with strict KYC, capital limits, and limited token lists. Don't expect day one parity with Binance, expect a gradual ramp. And finally, our third story is a major shift in stablecoin policy on 2 continents. According to Coinnis, US Senators Tom Tillis and Angela Alsobrooks are now close to a final compromise on stablecoin interest rules, the same provision we flagged yesterday. Banking lobbies pushed back hard against allowing yield, but the deal moving forward looks like a structured middle ground rather than an outright ban. Separately, Tetra Trust in Canada has launched CADD, a Canadian dollar-pegged stablecoin, the first one issued by a Canadian-regulated trust company, with Shopify and the Bank of Canada involved at the consortium level, and it is going live on Base, Ethereum, and soon Solana. My honest assessment: the stablecoin rulebook is being written this quarter, and Southeast Asia is the biggest end market. If the US compromise allows even partial yield, that revives interest-bearing dollar stablecoin products that compete directly with Philippine, Vietnamese, and Indonesian bank deposits. CAD is a smaller story, but it confirms the pattern. Each major economy will start issuing its own regulated, bank-grade fiat stablecoin. Watch for the first ASEAN currency equivalent, peso, rupiah, or dong, within the next 12 months. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap of today's 3 stories. Story 1. BTC tests 80K resistance with 3 days of ETF inflows and 1 trillion won into BlackRock Europe. Story 2. Vietnam to launch first regulated crypto exchange under a Q2 2026 5-year pilot. Story 3. US Senate nears stablecoin interest compromise as Canada launches CAD on-chain. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. And if you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. See you in the next one.